Hi, my name is Gary Thompson, and today I'd like to talk to you about the four habits that drive project success and customer satisfaction. Over my 15 years experience, I found that these four habits really push projects from good to great. So if you're new to project management or have been at it for a while, hopefully you'll learn something from this 10-minute presentation. Let's go ahead and get started. The first habit that all project managers, excellent project managers, have is that they view everyone as their customer. The same approach that we have to our end customers, which is respect, empathy, and our hope to provide value, is the same approach that you should have to your stakeholders, your sponsors, and everyone on your team. This will actually help you in the sense that not only are you being respectful, but also it opens an avenue of communication for your team to express concerns, risks, issues, things that you're going to want to address immediately and make the product better and your project run smoother. The second habit is being proactive. And this means taking ownership of the project and the product. Make sure that everybody knows what their tasks are, following up on those. We don't want any lulls or miscommunication. It's our job to make sure that everybody is working together cohesively and we're resolving any issues quickly. So, does the person that needs the information know the person that has the solution? These are problems that we need to see and act on. This prevents project lulls and will also keep your project running on track. The third habit is frictionless communication, meaning that it is clear and effective. It conveys key information on the action and the request that we're making without obstacles. So we're all familiar with frictionless payments. Companies have done a lot of work to reduce the friction between seeing something that I want and purchasing it online. And the same approach here. We want to make it as easy as possible for all of our team members, all of our customers to have this experience. We're eliminating in the noise and we're bringing the signal to our communication. The fourth habit is to change your perspective and look at the project from each of your customers. Is the sponsor getting the reports that they need? Do they have any questions? And are they aware of any risks or issues that are maybe bubbling up? Do they need attention for anything? Do they need to address anything? Or have you got it? Make sure that you're answering all of their questions from that perspective, from the leadership perspective. Regarding the teams, do they understand what they need to do? And once they're done, where do they report that they've done the tasks? Where do they communicate? And who do they communicate to keep the project rolling? Lastly, for the end customer, use this product or service that you're generating. Is there anything missing from your experience? And if so, make sure that you're addressing that and it's addressed in the project. So let's look at a couple of examples. The first example is one where a risk has become an issue and the contractor has said that they can't meet a specific deadline, that they're going to be a little bit later. So we're going to consult our planning documents, conduct research, and make sure that we understand what the contingency plan is that we documented. We're also going to discuss with team members to make sure that everybody's on board with this plan. And lastly, we're going to reach out to our sponsor and we're going to make things easy for her using that frictionless communication, pushing that information. In this specific example, I've got the subject right up front. I'm letting her know exactly what I need in the first sentence. I'm letting her know the project scope. She's got a lot on her plate, and bringing the scope up will remind her what this project is. I'm also giving her a link to the schedule. And I'm letting her know exactly what the issue is. Contractors cannot meet the May 1st deadline. that they're going to meet the July 15th, which is a delay. Who knows if they're going to keep delaying? So I've got some background explaining that we've got this in contingency plans and we're following those plans. I've set up a meeting with her. I found some free time on her calendar. I've set up a meeting with the key people that we need in order for her and the team to decide how to interact with this issue and resolve it quickly. I've also got contingency plans, which I've outlined here. And lastly, I'm asking her to confirm agreement with the recommended course. So then that way I'm keeping my project on track and without delay, making sure that we're on the right track in regards to my sponsor. I'm making it easier for her to know where we are, what action she needs to take with this communication. I'm providing all the information she needs up, and I'm not giving her a problem without a solution. I'm giving her a problem and the solution at the same time and just confirming that she agrees with it. For reporting, work with your customer and figure out exactly what they're looking for in the information that you're providing. Do they want a burn-down chart of your schedule? Maybe they want a Gantt chart, and that's easier for them to read and consume. You might include something that has a report of several items that they can click on with different tabs. I really enjoy Power BI for this, and if you can get it in that format, it's really easily accessible so they don't have to go to a specific application to find the report. It's something that could be sent out throughout the enterprise and your organization, ensuring that everybody understands where your project is, real-time and precise information, and if possible, if you can automate this, that makes it even better. The second and last item that I have for you is communication hubs. I like SharePoint and Teams because this allows me to use a hub for people to access documents, collaborate with each other, understand the timetables, and also gives them meeting resources. Are there meeting notes maybe they missed? Are you providing that information? So communication hubs are vital for successful projects. Lastly, the communication hub that's important is for your customer. Here you're going to want to explain the benefits that your product or service provides. You're also going to ensure that they have the support information that they need. In many cases, we can't always determine what questions or issues are going to come up. If we have a communication hub, we can put that information right out front. You might also want to provide open forums and give customers the option to come to you with questions. Maybe provide a 15-20 minute overview of the product and allow questions after that. Lastly, you might even consider a community of practice where anybody can come in and help each other out. All right, let's go ahead and wrap up with some takeaways. Make sure that we're seeing everyone as our customer. We're going to be an owner of the project and take ownership of everything and proactively push the project along with communication, making sure everybody's got what they need. Employ frictionless communication, minimize the noise, and go to the signal, what you want and what you need, making sure that that communication is frictionless and there are less obstacles in their way. Last, view everything from the customer's perspective. What does the project look from the sponsor's level, the team members, and the end customer? Thank you so much for your time. I hope that you've learned something in this presentation that will move your project from good to great. My name is Gary Thompson, and you can reach out to me with any questions or comments on Gary to Project or on my LinkedIn profile. Thanks, and have a great day.